Just listen and speak automatically. Cue card. An argument between two friends. I would like to talk about an argument I once saw between two of my close friends, and it is something I still remember clearly. This incident happened about a year ago during a group hangout at a cafe where we usually met to relax and chat after a long week. The argument started because of a misunderstanding about plans. One friend believed they had agreed on meeting earlier, while the other thought the time was flexible. At that moment, their voices became louder, and both of them tried to prove they were right. Honestly, it was uncomfortable to watch because they were normally very friendly and supportive of each other. After some time, things calmed down. One day later, they decided to talk privately. They listened to each other more patiently and realized that the problem was mainly poor communication. In the end, one of them apologized first, which made the situation much easier to fix. They both admitted their mistakes and agreed to be clearer in the future. I felt quite nervous when the argument was happening, but later I felt relieved and even proud of them. That experience made me realize that arguments are sometimes unavoidable, but how people handle them really matters. It also became a big reminder for me about the importance of calm communication and mutual respect in friendships. Part 3 Follow-up questions. Do you think arguments can be important? Honestly, I think arguments can be important if they are handled in a healthy way. Arguments allow people to express their true feelings instead of keeping everything inside. When people communicate openly, misunderstandings can be cleared more easily. In my opinion, avoiding arguments completely can sometimes damage relationships more. For example, small issues may grow bigger if they are ignored. However, arguments should not turn into personal attacks. If people stay respectful and listen carefully, arguments can actually strengthen relationships and improve understanding. What do families usually argue about? In my opinion, families usually argue about everyday responsibilities and personal expectations. Common topics include money management, household chores, career choices, and lifestyle habits. These arguments happen because family members live closely together and naturally have different opinions. Honestly, parents often worry about safety and stability, while younger members want independence and freedom. For example, a family may argue about spending time together versus personal space. Although these disagreements can feel stressful, they are usually rooted in care and concern. If families communicate openly and listen patiently, arguments often help improve understanding and bring members closer instead of pushing them apart. Is it easier to argue with your family or your friends? I think it is generally easier to argue with family members than with friends. Family relationships are long-term and emotionally secure, so people feel safer expressing strong opinions. With friends, many people avoid arguments because they fear damaging the relationship or creating awkwardness. For example, someone may stay quiet even when they disagree with a friend's behavior. Honestly, arguments with family can feel more emotional, but they are often resolved faster because of strong emotional bonds. In my opinion, arguing with family feels more natural, while arguments with friends require more caution and sensitivity. Should people try to think differently when they are in an argument? Yes, I strongly believe people should try to think differently during an argument. Looking at the situation from another person's perspective helps reduce anger and emotional reactions. When people focus only on proving they are right, conflicts usually become worse. In my opinion, empathy is the key to resolving disagreements peacefully. For example, understanding the reasons behind someone's behavior can completely change how we respond. Thinking differently does not mean giving up your opinion, but it helps you communicate more clearly. This approach often leads to solutions rather than long-lasting tension. If two people are arguing, should they ask a third person for help? I think asking a third person for help can be very useful, especially when emotions are high. A neutral person can help both sides see the situation more clearly and calmly. Honestly, this works best when the third person is experienced, fair, and trusted by both individuals. For example, a mutual friend or elder can help explain misunderstandings and suggest compromises. However, I believe this should be a last option. People should first try to solve the issue themselves. If the conflict continues, outside help can prevent the argument from damaging the relationship permanently.